Hello my viewers and welcome back to the channel. My video title and this video is about Steelers versus Colts game preview. Usually we had a game preview on Thursday or sometimes, I think most of them I have like on Friday sometimes too, or Thursday or Friday, but since we plan on Monday, I stretched everything out. So the game preview is coming Saturday instead of like, on Friday, it usually come, or sometimes late Thursdays. But the game preview between the Steelers and Colts, I'm gonna do a different style this time because, usually I do positives and negatives of both teams, but I feel like the Colts and the Steelers team is very similar teams. If you look at, you just look at the teams like in general. Both teams have defenses that could be potentially great. Like that, they might have shown greatness throughout the season, and sometimes they might have shown some bad stuff. But overall, they're pretty solid defense. Like that, they have some injuries that held them back, but they have some key players on that defense. Colts got Leonard, got Gilmore. Like that, I think Kenny Moore is also there too. And then the Steelers, of course, T.J. Watt, nigga Fitzpatrick, Cam Hayward, like that. So they have some good players. They have some good players on those defenses, but sometimes they have some bright spots and they have some bad spots. But they overall they're pretty solid. Now you look at both offenses. Both offenses have struggled. And they might have had a few games that looked like okay, solid games, but overall, if you look at their offenses, they have struggled. Jonathan Taylor struggled early in the season. He started getting it going a little lately. But they struggled early in the season. You've seen the Steelers, Najee Harris, same thing, struggled early in the season. He getting it going a little lately as well. Quarterback positions, they started different quarterbacks. Two different quarterbacks in the season had quarterback problems. They had coaching problems as well. They fired their coach and offensive coordinator. They had coaching problems and like something's happening. Steeler fans want to fire the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, of course. And it's just a lot of stuff going on. Both teams kind of similar in a similar range. Like they're coming into the season, you thought they would be a team that okay, both teams got some key pieces. The quarterback position is the main question mark for both teams, and the offense a little bit, but mostly the quarterback position. So maybe they come back and they get they brought Matt Ryan in. The Steelers brought in Mr. Trubisky and drafted Kenny Pickett. And so you're going to see how things play out. And both teams have kind of played out the opposite way. People thought they'd at least be teams that at least win 9 or 10 games apiece and come into the season and like be very competitive. Then they have been competitive in some games, but some games you like look at it just like outmatched. Like outmatched by different teams. And you got to compare these teams to like some of the juggernauts in the AFC and the NFL in general. They're nowhere near those guys. Like they're nowhere near the Chiefs or they're nowhere near the Bills. They're not even near some of the teams that are kind of like, good, but like just still have some struggles. Like the Chargers, they 5-5. They're a good team still, but they like have some struggles here and there. They're not even nowhere near their level. So you look at like some of these, both of these teams right here, they kind of got a lot to figure it out. So I broke it down between just like position groups, and the keys to victory. So we're gonna get into that right here. Now starting with defense. Defense, of course, like I mentioned before, they have I believe their best defensive player is probably Stephon Gilmore. If you watch him this season and watch some of his games, he has been locking people down. He's been locking people down, making big-time plays, game-winning plays, too. He made two game-winning plays, I remember. He probably have some more, but he made one against the Broncos where he, in the back of the end zone, deflected that pass, and then he made one against I believe it was Devontae Adams he was guarding against the Raiders when he deflected the pass and actually they basically just played some very good coverage on him. I think only deflected it, but he played some very good coverage and got him out to play and used the sideline to his advantage. That's what cornerbacks should do. He's an elite level cornerback. He's a defensive player of the year before. Use that sideline to your advantage. That sideline is making it a 2-on-1 situation. Like that we've seen some corners like players go up and catch the ball, but the quarterback throw a back shoulder fade and only the receiver can get it. You see some cornerbacks just go up there and like they wait, let them catch. They wait and just go for a body, go for the hit, and try to push them out because they can catch it all day long, but you can still throw them out. And Gilmore uses the sidelines well. He uses his hands well, his technique as well, and everything is amazing about Gilmore. He's one of the best, if not. He's definitely top. He's definitely a top 3 corner. Definitely top 3 corner. I don't know where he rank exactly, but he's definitely top 3 corner. But both of the defenses, I'm gonna leave it neutral because the Steelers defense can bring with T.J. Watt, and he's getting every game we see him. Of course, he's a little rusty, when he first came back, but he still made an impact. And then you seen the last game against the Bengals, he had a half sack, he had an interception, making some plays. So I expect to see a big game from T.J. Watt in primetime. T.J. Watt like to go out there and perform big time in primetime. A lot of we've seen in the past so many times. I believe that Seahawks game was that a Sunday night game or that was a Monday night game when we played the Seahawks. That was last year. He had the strip sack and then the recovery, and then Devin Bush at the recovery. I don't know if that was Monday night. It might have been Monday night. I don't know exactly, but it was prime time though. So, TJ Watt performed well in prime time. So I think I'm gonna leave both defenses neutral. I don't see either one having. I think that their secondary is better than our secondary, but our pass rush is better than their pass rush. So I feel like it's both kind of like balances out. It's kind of like keep it neutral. Tight ends, Mo Alley Cox is one of their tight ends. I don't know the other tight end they have on their team. I don't think Jack Doyle is still there. I'm thinking of the Colts of old. I watched a few of their games, but I'm mostly seeing Mo Alley Cox out there. Mo Alley Cox, like I think like 6'7", 6'8". He played basketball at college. I remember when he first got in the league, I see him make that crazy catch a couple years ago, that one-handed catch where he just caught like that, went up there, like a 6'7", 6'8", like a power forward out there basically. And he's a big tight end. He can block solidly, but getting vertical down the field, throw the ball up to him. He come down with some stuff. He's a pretty solid tight end. But I'm going to give it to the Steelers because Pat Freiermuth is leading the team, I believe, in receiving yards. So I'm not mistaken. I think he's leading by a little bit. He's leading the team in receiving yards. I had Pat Freiermuth come into the season on one of the videos in the past. I think I had him at 810 touchdowns. I don't know if we can get 10 touchdowns because I don't feel like we can throw touchdowns as much. But I feel like he can get to 800 yards for sure. 800 yards. Hopefully he can get to 10 touchdowns. There's still a lot of games left. I mean, he got to score a lot. Maybe 6 or 7 touchdowns, hopefully. But I'm going to give it to Pat Freiermuth. I'm going to give it to our tight ends on Connor Hayward. We've been using him a little bit more lately. Hopefully implement him more in the offense too. And, Gentry is a good blocker as well. Running backs, I'm going to keep it neutral. Jonathan Taylor had his struggles early on in the season. Najee Harris had his struggles early in the season, but lately both has been coming to play and actually making big-time plays for the offense like that. Some of it accumulated winning, some of it didn't like that. But Jonathan Taylor and Najee, I'm going to keep it neutral. I don't know. It's kind of pick your poison because Najee, when he's at his best, he can do. We've seen what he did last year, and we've seen what he's doing now, back-to-back weeks, having some very good games. And Jonathan Taylor, he can do when he at his best as well, like that. So I'm kind of keeping neutral, and I don't know who has the biggest factor in running back, but I'm gonna keep it neutral. Receivers, I'm gonna give it to Pittsburgh because we have, of course, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, who's a Pro Bowler who caught 100 balls last year, 1,100 receiving yards, and after that, it's probably the Colts receivers. It's probably those two, George Pickens and Deontay. And after that, it's the Colts receivers. Paris Campbell, Pittman. The one receiver, I forgot his name. I believe he's number 14, if I'm not mistaken. Or I might be mixing his number with somebody else. But the rookie receiver, the tall one, the tall rookie receiver, kind of lanky looking. I forgot, what's his name? I forget his name on the video. But I'll pull it up later. But He's a good receiver too. I know he like one of Matt Ryan favorite targets. He throw the ball to him a lot. He's tall, tall friend. He can go up there and get it. And yeah, so basically George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, George Pickens. Who are we gonna pick first? Like that. Then the rest is the Colts receivers because after that we really don't. Steven Sims is cool and stuff, but we really don't have after those two guys you look at it you don't really have nobody better than those guys that got over there. So I'm gonna say the Steelers win the receivers because the first two guys they got are very good. And then quarterback, we have a rookie quarterback, Kenny Pickett. They have a veteran. We have a guy who has potential to get better. They have a guy who they already know who he is. Kenny Pickett has not had the best year so far, but past 2 games been better. The turnovers dropped. Still missing throws, still missing plays out there on the field, but that's better than turning the ball over a crazy amount. But he's reduced that after the bye week and getting more implemented in the offense. So maybe we'll see a good game from today. I mean, not today, on Monday. Matt Ryan has led 4 game-winning drives. I think 5 game-time drives as well this season. All the Colts wins has been game-winning drives led by Matt Ryan. So if I'm looking at it, I'm going to give it to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, I don't know if he's going to be I don't know if he's a future Hall of Famer or not. He's definitely in the Hall of very, very good. He's in the Hall of Very Good. He's a former MVP, former All-Pro, I think a 4 or 5-time Pro Bowler. The youngest to get to 50,000 passing yards. And he probably got every passing record with the Atlanta Falcons, most likely. So I'm going to give it to Matt Ryan right now over Kenny Pickett. Matt Ryan has led game-winning drives multiple throughout his career. He did a lot. And then he got 4 game-winning drives and 5 game-time drives this season. So, and Kenny Pickett haven't done that yet. We've seen opportunity. He had opportunities and chances to do that. The most one I can think of the top of my head right now is, of course, the Dolphin one. Like that, he was driving down the field a little bit. We can get the job done like that. So if you do that, I think this game gonna come down to a game-winning drive like that. So we're gonna see if Kenny Pickett can step up. But at the moment, right now, it's we going by who you taking? I take Matt Ryan. I take Matt Ryan. I know Matt Ryan is a little older, and I know the turnovers is high, but all the Colts wins that came from Matt Ryan game-winning drives. Yeah, it came from Matt Ryan game-winning drives. I know he got like 9 interceptions in the season, if I'm not mistaken, and got a lot of fumbles, but all the Colts wins came from him, so you can't deny what he has done. A little like that. He's not a terrible quarterback. He's he's older. He's just older now. He's not a terrible quarterback. He's not and like overall career, he's a good quarterback. Of course, it might be probably a great quarterback overall career, but at the moment he's getting a little older. I think like 36, 35, 36, like that, and the injuries get catching up to him and stuff. But if you asking me right now, like game-winning drive on the line, at the moment right now. Now we talking about at the moment right now. Kenny Pickett or Matt Ryan, who you taking? I'm going to take Matt Ryan because I've seen Matt Ryan do it 4 times this year. Kenny Pickett hasn't done it yet. But once he start doing that and implementing that more and start going out there and making the big-time plays, I haven't seen the big-time plays yet made. The big-time spectacular plays or the game-winning plays, the ones that are like, oh, there we go. That's why he was drafted. Now that's why he was that's why the Steelers went out there and got him like that. Now you do have a sense, like you see him like the way he can adapt. The way he can adapt like that. I know he's still missing throws, but the way he adapt after the bye week and the way he started getting better and more implementing the offense and stuff like that, you start seeing him like, okay, he can process some stuff pretty good. So once he start making like the big time plays, like the routine plays like that, then he can get to that level. But at the moment right now, if you ask me like the game and drive, it's the game on the line. Who you taking? Matt Ryan? I keep picking. I'm gonna take Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, yes, I'm gonna take him. But the keys to victory in this game is simple. Get to Matt Ryan. Get to Matt Ryan. The Colts offensive line has struggled in pass protection. And run blocking, they struggled early on in the season, but they've been better lately. But in pass protection, they have struggled. And you can get to Matt Ryan. And when you get to him, you got bring that ball with you. TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, this game going to be right here. The big-time players make the plays. TJ Watt, and bring that pressure in, and Minka Fitzpatrick on the back end. And he had a pick 6 before against the Colts. Remember his first year with us? 99-yard pick 6. Hey, let's go ahead and repeat history. Repeat history. Make some plays and make some big time plays happen and do some stuff. We need our playmakers to our 2 best players on the team. I believe it's TJ Watt is our best player on the team, of course, by a good margin. And then Minka and then Cam Hayward like that. So we need our big time playmakers, the guys who got paid the big time bucks on the team to step up big time in this game on Monday Night Football. I know it's against the Colts like that. You might say, well, you ain't got to do all that. You play against the Colts, but where our team's set up right now, you kind of have to. You win this game, you can go 4-7, and you never know what can happen. You control your own destiny. You still can control your own destiny. Now, as long as you don't lose, if you lose another game, then you might need some other help from other stuff. But you control your own destiny right now. And let's say, for instance, the Steelers win out. I'm not saying they're going to win out, but let's say, for instance, they do win out. You might see yourself in the playoffs. You might get first round exited, but at least you made the playoffs. You can build on something the following year with the young guys on the team and stuff. But you never know. You might get in the playoffs where the Bengals did last year. Go crazy. We see teams before. The Packers were 10-6 at one time. Won the Super Bowl. You never know what can happen. But I ain't saying we don't at those teams. But I'm just saying the NFL is unpredictable. You never know exactly what can happen. No win is guaranteed. So people might say you got to play them and that. You can predict and maybe say that you might lose those games, but nothing guaranteed. Every game started at 0-0. So you might have a chance to still control your own destiny, control your own narrative, and try to make the playoffs. We're gonna see if the Steelers can do that, but we're gonna play it one game at a time. Got the Colts on Monday Night Football. I'll be live streaming it too, so come join the live watch party. It's gonna be kind of difficult because I'm gonna be watching 2 things at once, but I'm gonna be mostly focused on the game, of course. But I'm gonna be watching Monday Night Raw on the side eye a little bit, doing commercial breaks. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.